Factorize the following using appropriate identities. Now this is important that you have to use identities, that is algebraic identities. So first one is 9x squared plus 6xy plus y squared. This 9x squared can be written as 3x whole squared, and this 6xy, now this plus y whole squared, and this 6xy can be written as 2 multiplied by 3x multiplied by y. Therefore, if we take 3x as a, this y as b, therefore this will be a and this will be b. It's of the form a squared minus 2ab plus 2ab plus b squared, right? Therefore, this is equal to a plus b whole squared. Now, a is what? 3x plus b is y. It's basically 3x plus y whole squared. It means that the two factors, since it's a quadratic polynomial, that is its degree is 2, therefore the two factors of this polynomial will be 3x plus y multiplied by 3x plus y. The two factors. A quadratic polynomial can have maximum 2 linear polynomial factors. So that are 3x plus y and 3x plus y. Now, in the second one, we have 4y squared minus 4y plus 1. So 4y squared means 2y whole squared, plus 1 means plus 1 whole squared, minus 4y means 2 multiplied by 2y multiplied by 1. So if we take 2y as a, 1 as b, then it is 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b. So it's of the form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. That is, it's equal to a minus b whole squared, right? So a is what? 2y. b is what? minus 1 whole squared. Therefore, the two factors of this quadratic polynomial are 2y minus 1 and 2y minus 1. These are the two factors, right? It means that if you take this as the divisor, this is the dividend. Dividend divided by divisor will give you this quotient. This will be the quotient. That's why quotient is also factor of dividend, and the divisor is obviously will be a factor of dividend if it's completely divisible, if it completely divides the dividend, right? That what we mean by two factors, 2y minus 1 and 2y minus 1, divisor and quotient. In this next one, you have x squared minus y squared by 100. Now this x squared minus y squared by 100, this can be written as x squared minus y by 10 whole squared, right? So it's of the form a squared minus b squared. What's a? A is x. What's b? B is y by 10. And a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So from here, what's a plus b in this case? A plus b will be x plus y by 10. What's a minus b? A minus b is x minus y by 10. So the two factors of this quadratic polynomial is x plus y by 10 and x minus y by 10. These are the two factors. Factorize the following using appropriate identities. Again, you have to use identities. The fourth one is 4x squared plus 9y squared plus 16z squared plus 12xy minus 24yz and minus 16xz. Now you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to this negative sign, and this negative sign, right? And here you have positive. Now since here you have positive, but here you have negative, and here also you have negative, it means that this z1, that's a term containing this z variable, has to be negative. I'll show you how. 4x squared, so let's write it as 2x whole squared, right? Okay. Now, if you look at this polynomial or algebraic expression, it should remind you of x squared plus y squared, because here we have plus z squared minus 2xy, sorry, plus, here we have plus, so plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx, and this is equal to what? This is equal to x plus y plus z whole squared. This should remind you of this, because here we have positive, but now we have negative. It means that one of the terms of x out of xyz is negative. So let's write it, copy it here, Control X and V. Okay, so this becomes 2x whole squared, and then you have this y squared, so this becomes y whole squared. Okay, for sorry, this is 9y squared. I took it this one, I'm sorry, this is 9y squared, so this is 3y whole squared. Right, now for a moment ignore this one. Here you have 12xy, right, and it's positive, plus 12xy, so write plus 2 multiplied by 2x multiplied by 3y. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, and 12 multiplied by x multiplied by y is 12xy. So we get positive. Okay. Now if you come to this next term, that is minus 24yz, minus 24y and z. Here our y is positive. Here it's negative. This is negative. It means that this z, the term containing this variable z, should be negative. Right. So let's deal with this one now. This is plus 16z squared. Let's write it as minus 4z whole squared. Minus 4z whole squared means what? Minus 4 whole squared, that will give you 16. So we have 16, and then we have z squared. It's of the form ab raised to power of n. Therefore, this is equal to a raised to power of n multiplied by b raised to power of n. These laws of exponents should be, in your mind always, right? So from that you'll get 16z squared. It means that now it's minus 4z. Therefore, if we have to deal with this one, minus 24yz, then this is minus, or let's write it as plus, this is 24, so 2, then you have this y1, that's 3y, this z, that is minus 4z. So 2 times 3 is 6, times minus 4, it gives you minus 24yz, right? So this one is here. Now this is minus 16xz. So if you are dealing with this one, write minus here, sorry, write plus here, and 2 multiplied by 2x, and you have now minus 4z, So 2 times 2 is 4, times minus 4 is minus 16, and xz. That's what we have here. Okay. So now if you pay attention to this 2x squared plus 3y squared minus 4z squared plus this one, it's exactly similar to this one. The only thing is, in this case, this third term, that is z squared, is actually now negative. Also, one important thing, don't get confused that here we have only x, y, z. Here we have 2x, 3y, and 4z, minus 4z. Well, this can be written as a plus b plus c whole squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. You can write it as r plus s plus t whole squared is equal to r squared plus s squared plus t squared plus 2rs plus 2st plus 2sr. The point is, don't get confused with variable. You can take any variable. You can take alpha, beta, gamma, anything. The thing is that if it is like 2 plus 3 plus 5 whole squared, then you can write it as 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 5 squared plus so on. So don't get confused. The only thing is you have to pay attention to the terms. Like the first term is squared, the second term is squared, the third term is squared, and the fourth term is 2 times first term multiplied by second term. This term is 2 multiplied by the second term multiplied by the third term, right? So that's important thing. Okay, now from this one, your x is what? 2x, your y is what? 3y, your z is what? Minus 4z. Then you have 2 multiplied by x is 2x, y is 3y, then you have 2 multiplied by 3y, that is y, and z is minus 4z in this case. So now use this one and write it here, because we have got this one as the expanded form of this left hand side expression. That's why now you have 2x plus 3y plus minus 4z whole squared. Right, now we can write it as 2x plus 3y minus 4z whole squared. So this is squared. This is a quadratic polynomial. It means that since it's a quadratic polynomial, it will have two linear polynomial factors. One will be 2x plus 3y minus 4z, and another one will be 2x plus 3y minus 4z, right? So these are the two factors of this polynomial. Next is here you have 2x squared plus y squared plus 8z squared minus 2 root 2 xy plus 4 root 2 yz, and then you have minus 8xz. Again, you have to pay attention to the negative sign and the positive sign. Like if I don't remove this one, let me break it one. I just want to keep this one, so I will remove only this. Okay. Now it's quite similar to this one again, this algebraic identity, and you have to pay attention to this negative sign, this positive, and this negative. Okay. When you are dealing with y and z, this y and z, that is this term and this term, these two terms contain y and z. When you're dealing with this yz, this expression is actually, this term is actually positive. But when you come here, you have minus. When you come here, you have minus. So it's sure that z cannot be negative. Z cannot be negative, because if it were negative, then this term would also be negative, but it's positive. And here you have negative, here you have negative. It means that x is the one that is actually negative, not y, not z. Because if only y were negative, this would be negative. If only z were negative, it would be negative, right? So this is minus 2 root 2 xy. This is 2x squared. This can be written as square root 2 x whole squared, right? Any problem? Now this is y squared, sorry, this is minus 2 root 2. So in that case, this will be minus square root 2 x whole squared, right? Then plus, this is y squared, so write it as y whole squared. Now this is 8z squared, 8z squared. How will you write this? Well, this will be 2 multiplied by square root 2 z whole squared. And how? It's again of the form a multiplied by b. Like this can be a, b, c raised to power of n will be equal to a power n, b raised to power of n, and c raised to power of n. So here this is 2 multiplied by square root 2 multiplied by z. So, and it's squared, so 2 squared, then multiplied by square root 2 squared, and then you have z squared. So this gives you 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by z squared. This gives you 8z squared. That's what we have here. Okay. So 2 square root 2 z squared. Now this is negative, so let's write it as positive, because we'll deal with this minus root 2x. So this is 2 multiplied by this minus square root 2 x, right, and multiplied by this y. Okay, so we are done with this one also. Let me remove this, I need space. Now it's time for this 4 root 2 yz. So 4 root 2 yz is actually plus 2 y is y here and z is 2 square root 2 and z. So 2 multiplied by y multiplied by 2 square root 2 z means 4 root 2 square root 2 yz, right? And then you have this minus 8xz, so write plus then 2 multiplied by minus root 2x, and then you have this 2 root 2z. Okay, this gives you 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, multiplied by square root 2 multiplied by square root 2 will give you what? 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, and the multiplication of square root 2 with square root by square root 2 gives you 2. So 4 times 2 is 8 minus 8xc, that's what we have here. Okay, now this whole expression will remind you of this: x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. So in this case, the first term is actually our negative, minus square root 2x. So write it as, from here, you can write it as minus square root 2x plus y plus 2 square root 2z, this whole squared. Therefore, your two factors will be minus square root 2x plus y plus 2 root 2z and multiplied by minus square root 2x plus y plus 2 square root 2z. These are the two linear polynomial factors of this quadratic polynomial. Okay.